Talk about The Barn now. Directed and written by Justin Seaman from 2016. Here's the summary. It's Halloween, 1989. Best friends Sam and Josh are trying to enjoy what's left of their final Devil's Night before graduating high school, but trouble arises when the two pals and a group of friends take a detour on their way to a rock concert, finding an old abandoned barn and awakening the evil inside. Now it's up to Sam and Josh to find a way to protect their friends and defeat the creatures that lurk within the barn. That is an official fucking.
That's good.
That's
That was
from
good, Frank.
that's from them.
Yeah.
That's a mouthful.
We got a tagline on Halloween nights: "The Legend of the Barn Awakens." Distributed by Nevermore Production Films, and they also put this out on Blu-ray, which I picked up. And I just want to give a shout out to them because this is a low-budget horror movie, and the detail that they put into the release. I mean, you have reverse art. The special features that they have is just, it was actually hard to think of questions to ask because they did such a well job of the making of that. Like they covered, they covered everything.
Yeah, I loved fucking everything about this movie. How it's framed, the soundtrack is so good that I will, and I saw it's released. And it looks really cool, like vinyl, like a really cool release of the soundtrack.
The merchandise.
Oh yeah,
that this movie has. Like I've never seen so much merchandise put out. You know, right with the film. I mean, they cover everything. Go ahead though.
Yeah, I just said I'll probably own everything about this. I wish I could play the game. I don't have one on a smartphone.
Yeah, I haven't. I haven't played it yet.
It looks like a good side scroller, but yeah, it's definitely gonna be part of my Halloween movie rotation now. Like every Halloween, this is just a great Halloween.
I think anyone that's ever watched this movie has said that same exact thing.
Yeah, the characters are great. The Boogeyman, Hollow Jack, and Candy Corn Scarecrow. They're some of the best original characters I've seen in a long time. Because normally you're just gonna get something that is kind of like something you've already seen before, and these guys really aren't. As far as I mean, maybe you guys have seen something like these dudes before, but they definitely seem like bosses in a video game. Like they set it up like there's different stages or areas that they're in control of. The pumpkin patch. What's the cornfield, and then the barn essentially. But you can tell that Justin isn't just trying to make money off of the horror community.
No, he loves horror.
He nods a lot of different movies. I'm not sure if the Lawnmower was a Dead Alive thing or not. It kind of thought it was gonna turn into that, but yeah, everything from the fucking Nevermore graphics at the beginning, the credit for the production company, the digital lightning,
every time someone hits them, it's in there.
It's everything. Everything is 80s as fuck in this. The cameos from Linnea Quigley and Ari Lehman are cool, but the movie stands on its own legs. So, you know. It's something cool to throw in there. She looks rough as shit. I gotta be honest.
Yeah, I didn't recognize her right away, but
yeah,
the movie I'm used to seeing her in, it's a little bit different.
Well, we had watched something else recently that she. Oh no, I watched Pumpkinhead 2. She's in that too, and she looks wonderful. But overall, I can't fault this movie for anything because it's just a fun Halloween treat for horror fans. If they make a sequel to this, it'll be fucking great.
I think he is.
I definitely look forward to more shit from the Nevermore company. So I give it a solid 8 out of 10. It could have. I think that if they would have made the kids a little younger, it might have benefited more, or maybe like give a shit about them more. I guess I just didn't seem.
I'll tell you what though, the little blonde hair girl. That one shot where she smiles and looks over, she's creepy. That was a creepy little girl.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. So, what do you have? You guys want some?
Yeah. So it's a low budget indie horror, and it's crazy because I'm like that's all I've been watching lately, and I think it's been well documented that I'm not the low budget horror guy. But I am when it's done well. This is an example of it, and it's also his debut film. So what a way to start your career off. But here's something that I think might blow your minds a little bit. He wrote this story when he was 9 years old for a third grade project.
Wow.
Now he said it's a little bit different than what it was back then, but so I mean that shows you right there that he's into horror. Like he was into horror from the time he was a little kid, and it shows in this. It's a love letter to the 80s. It's very, very nostalgic. It just feels good. It just makes me feel good. The lore is awesome. The three the demons, you've already touched on them. The Boogeyman, Candy Corn, Scarecrow, Hollow Jack. The rules he has for Halloween.
Extensive,
I
really detailed.
Yeah, I love it. It has a real good pace. I was entertained right from the start, from start to finish. Practical effects, you always appreciate that. And this has, it's got to be 30 to 40 kills in it. So that there's plenty of that to go around. It has an awesome soundtrack, which was written by Rocky Gray, the drummer for Evanescence.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I'll be damned. That's something else, man.
Yeah. You've already mentioned the cameos. Yeah, this and the merchandise. Go check out what is it? thebarnmerch.com. See for yourself all the stuff they have out for it. Great poster. I'll definitely have this poster on my wall. It looks good, feels good. The acting's good enough. I think something always suffers a little bit with low budget. I mean, something has to give.
It's hard to get really.
Something has to give. So the acting was good enough, but just a great story, very nostalgic, and Frank, like you said, and I think how everyone else has said, it's going to be in my rotation at Halloween. I gave it an 8.
I gave it a 6.
You would, Jared. This should have had the stamp of approval.
We would have had the fucking bells and whistles going off a trophy.
This should be a stamp. This should be a last round report stamp of approval. It's going to be anyway.
He's over using that badge.
I'm going to lower it down to what? So it would be a 22 score of 22 overall.
And
go ahead.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It hits on the 80s in a lot of great ways. It is low budget, so like Jason was saying, the acting isn't. I mean, it's not stellar performances. I think he hit everything. The thing I like most about it is for what the budget feels. We talked about it on some other movies. Those movies can feel long, and this one goes right through. It didn't start dragging, which always impresses me in a low budget. I really liked the Harvest Party. I can't remember what it's called. And the Rockabilly Band. I thought the Rockabilly Band was great. That whole scene is fantastic. The everybody seems to like the 3 guys that come out. I definitely don't think they're bad, but that was one of the things. Like, I wasn't overly wowed by the monsters in it. The backstory to them was 80s throwback in a way, but again, it just didn't. I wasn't wowed. I had a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's a good Halloween movie, and I gave it a 6.
Very good.